he possessed Antonio. He didn't actually come in his form. Suspicious? I think so. I think so. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another book review. This one is Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerri Maniscalco. I was like, why is there no title on the front? Because it's Beautiful Wrath. Okay, so non-spoiler part of this review. It's got witches, it's got Princess of Hell, it's got demons, like ugly demons. I enjoy a good ugly demon. I like the creation process of demons. Love that. It's got that little sprinkle of romance, lots of tension. We love that. I gave this book a 4-star rating out of 5. I think just because if I can get through it really quickly and I didn't have any like major qualms in it, brilliant. Love that. Amazing. And like the main character's a witch. Need I say more? But yeah, I read this beautiful edition from Fairyland. We love the embossing and the spread pages. I wish I could get my words out. This is interesting. Okay, yeah, so I finished it last night. If you like murder mysteries with a supernatural twist, hit it up. If you've read the Stalking Jack the Ripper series and loved them, read this series. I haven't read it myself, but I've heard very good things about it. One of the things that I probably didn't, not that I didn't enjoy about it, but that, I don't know, it was just a little bit predictable. I predicted a few things right from the beginning, which I'll get into in the spoiler edition, spoiler half of this. Yeah, so that was a little bit and also the start sort of seemed to be, it took a little while, I think, but once you got into it, it was good. Yeah, there's just like, I think the first half when a certain someone is trapped, I was kind of trying to rush through that, I feel, but you know, it's fine, whatever. 4 stars, still brilliant. Yeah, I think that's all for the spoiler free, because I really need to discuss some of these theories that I have and some of the emotions that I'm having. Oh, I should have marked out. Okay, no, never mind. It's fine. Okay, so this is spoilers now. If you want to read it, and you don't want spoilers, get away. Go away. Go and read it, or just save this for later, because brilliant. Amazing. Is it Friday afternoon and am I totally done for the week? Yes. So, okay, spoilers now. So when Wrath was summoned in the circle, I just, for that 3 days, that was like the whole, it wasn't half of the book, I don't think. I think it was like the first like third of the book, he was trapped. And it just, I don't know. I think it dragged a little bit. I don't know if it's just because like I was like, give me more wrath. I also, the predictability, I did predict that it was Antonio that was killing people because, you know, same place, same time. Also, when Wrath suggested that it could have been him to Amelia, she was like, that's ridiculous. Oh my God, that's so silly. Like, I wouldn't even consider that. I don't know, the way that it was said, I was like, it's Antonio. I know it. I know it. And I have proof. I have witnesses. When I was at the very beginning, I said to one of my co-workers that I suspected Antonio. Also thought something was up with the whole fact that the questions that Amelia seemed to be asking were leading us to a very specific place with Wrath. And I don't believe that Wrath is Wrath because he doesn't seem very wrathful. He seems quite proud to me. This is my first prediction, is that Wrath is actually Pride, and Pride is supposedly the devil, and he's the one that's looking for a bride. I have several points on this. So, number one, when he was summoned to the circle, he instantly got his little tattoo. I have a picture. Right? So, gets summoned. He already has this, but he also then gets this because Amelia summoned him, right? So, yes. So then, as they're still, this is lovely, I know, isn't it? Isn't it beautiful? So as they are getting along and such, the tattoo is growing on both of them. They were also always saying that that Pride had had a wife previously. And had another tattoo on the other side, right? So I think that the other tattoo symbolizes, can I get words today? No, I don't think so. I think the other tattoo symbolizes his first wife, and then because Amelia summoned him, the particular phrasing that she used, unbeknownst to her, was a betrothal proposal as such. And so that's why I believe the tattoo started showing up on the other arm. Right? Right. There was also the fact that Wrath was so into the whole search for Pride's new bride, Pride's bride, if you will. And it just seemed like envy didn't care, greed didn't care, lust gave no fucks whatsoever. And Wrath was like, no, must find a bride for Pride, must find a bride. Words, yes. Yeah, so that was number 1 point. No, that was number 2. Yes. Also another thing that Wrath wouldn't care at all about would be fine clothing. Do you remember how much clothes Wrath bought for Amelia and absolutely refused to wear the stingy, shirt that she had bought at the market? Seems awful proud about how he looks. Interesting. Wrath wouldn't give any iota of a fuck about what he was wearing because that's not a very wrathful personality trait. Greed, yes, it would also be because they were all 4 of the demons that you see in this book are all very finely dressed, but I can explain all of them. Greed is a greedy person, always wants to have the best, yes. Envy, jealous of anyone that's wearing anything better than him, has to look really good, wonderful. Lust was literally wearing a suit jacket and very loose, low-hanging pants. So it wasn't really fine clothing for Lust, but does he need it? No. Yeah, so look, we didn't meet any of the sins that wouldn't have cared about fine clothing. I mean, you could glutton yourself on fine things, but it just wouldn't make sense. So we've seen all of the demons that dress finely, and so we then assume, okay, all of the princes must dress really well. Or maybe it's a personality trait. I'm sorry, Wrath would not be in fine suits. Wrath would be in armor. That's my prediction for that. So yeah, so in conclusion, Wrath is Pride. Sorry if you didn't come to that conclusion also, but yeah, you know. Also, the fact that when Pride turned up at where the first grimoire was, the Laprima's grimoire, he possessed Antonio. He didn't actually come in his form. Suspicious? I think so. And then she had told him that she would meet him back at the cave where she had first captured Wrath, and Wrath was the one that showed up. I would just like to say, even with it being a little bit predictable, I liked following these breadcrumb trails. I liked seeing all of them come together at the end. I just love it. I love it. It was brilliant, very much enjoyable. I thought it was going to be a little bit about shapeshifters and such. I feel like there was a lot of build up for what's going to be in the second book. There has to be a second book. There's no way that they're not going to have a second book because how it ended. Which was, of course, Amelia becoming the potential Queen of Hell. Love that for her. Yeah, I really don't have any other words for this now. My whole thing was like, oh my god, these predictions, this is what's going to happen. I know it is. But you see, I wouldn't be this animated if it wasn't a good book. So, absolutely, 4 stars, amazing. We love that. I actually did buy a paperback version of this book so I could read it and not hurt the pretty one, but it's so pretty. Must enjoy. And I have really nice book sleeves, so it's like, it still didn't get damaged. So we're cool. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah. I think that's the end of my review. It was wonderful. Beautiful. Amazing. Please, if you have other issues with it, or if you have more predictions, please tell me. Please tell me about them. I would like to know about them. I'm hoping she's on time with the next book for October because I would like to know right now. Yeah. So please comment below with your predictions and your disagreements, if you have them, or your agreements, because yeah, I know, amazing, the best. But yeah, also tell me what you thought about Stalking Jack the Ripper series, because that may have to be coming up very soon. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for listening to my rambling, because I know that I was losing my train of thought quite a lot. But yeah. All right. Well, I will see you in my next review, which could quite possibly be A Touch of Darkness by, is it Emily St. Clair? The Persephone and Hades one. That's what I'm reading at the moment. Haven't started it yet, but I'm going to get into it very shortly. Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for watching. Okay, thank you, bye!